new Hill-HarrisX poll finds a whopping 83% of voters said they are likely to take a COVID-19 treatment if they got sick with the virus if one became available. That includes half of voters who say they are very likely. 88% of Democrats, 82% of independents, and 78% of Republicans all said they would take a treatment if needed. So I think this is interesting because a lot of people kind of assume that people that are hesitant about the vaccine then wouldn't want to take a treatment, that they're just hesitant about all medication. And that's kind of missing why some people are hesitant about the vaccine. A lot of people are willing to take plenty of drugs, to treat various ailments. They're just skeptical of these particular new form of vaccines that have come out onto the market. So.
Right. It would be super odd if the numbers showed anything other than that. And I think, whenever you put any kind of poll, you're going to have some single-digit number of people who say like the craziest thing possible because either if it's an internet poll, their cat hit the button or they weren't paying attention,
Right.
or if it's a telephone poll, they pressed the wrong button, or they're just messing with people. So if you get beyond single digits, it can start to be concerning. I wouldn't expect anything different on this. If you get sick, the doctor recommends treatment. Yeah, well, I mean, you take the treatment, but also there has been no kind of organized cultural push against any type of any of the treatments, or it's what a Molnupiravir and what's the other one, Paxa something.
Right, yeah, the new Pfizer one. I'm not sure what they're calling that one, but with the Molnupiravir, you're the one who came up with the fun way to say
yeah,
this.
Molnupiravir. Yes.
Molnupiravir, right.
Right. So, what would even be the argument that people would make that against that it's better to naturally overcome it?
Probably a lot of people, I mean, depending on the ages of the people taking the poll, right? There's probably a lot of people in the younger age group that feel like, I get over sicknesses naturally. I don't go to the doctor when I get sick. I just kind of ride it out, drink a lot of fluids, eat chicken soup and sleep, right? So I think there's a lot of people that are in that category where they just sort of let their natural immune system handle it because they don't feel at risk of really severe outcomes. When they get the flu, they don't go and take, what is it, Tamiflu? Is that the drug that a lot of people take?
Yeah.
There's a big cohort of people there that, they don't even take Advil for a headache. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of men in particular do that. It's a kind of a male thing. And it leads to, it's a real problem because you have men who don't make doctor's appointments, for months despite debilitating pain, and then they show up and the doctor's like, yeah, you're at stage 4.
Yeah, which is really terrible.
Yeah.
And I think go ahead.
Well, no, the issue here is that these drugs, these treatments only work in the first 3 days or so.
I thought it was 10 with the, I don't know.
It might be 10 with the second one, but with the first one, it was, it was better if you caught it super early. So if you try to if you say, what, I think I can beat this, and it takes an unpredictable course and heads south, you come in you really should have come in here a week ago.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and this poll comes as the Omicron variant has been detected in 17 states in the U.S., though Dr. Anthony Fauci said the data coming out of South Africa about the new strain is encouraging. Last week, a Food and Drug Administration Advisory Committee voted in favor of recommending Molnupiravir, a new antiviral pill made by the drug companies Merck and Ridgeback Biotherapeutics for treating COVID-19. Although I will say that was a very divided vote. It was 10 to 13. So 13 people voted on the advisory committee, voted in favor of authorizing it, and 10 people did not. They were very skeptical about possibly causing birth defects. There's a lot of issues with this one in particular. I don't know if the Pfizer one, I don't think has come up for discussion yet with the experts or anything. But this one in particular had some, there were a lot of people that were like, I don't know about this. So they're saying pregnant women should definitely not take this. But I think the people that voted in favor of it, the 13, said, the people that are going to have the really bad outcomes are older. They're not thinking about having babies anymore. They're not worried about those other side effects. They just need to make it through the illness. And so we should have something to give them. And I agree with that. I think anything you can take, I believe in the right to try. And if there is something out there and it could possibly save your life, it might have some really bad side effects, but death is a really bad side effect, right?
Yeah.
So you should have the right. Yeah, so you should have the right to try this. So I agree that you should have the right to try this and that they should have approved it, but with a lot of warnings for certain groups of people that maybe this isn't for everybody. Fair enough. Right.
Right. Yeah. And that wouldn't be the only medication that was similar to that. Right.
Yeah. There's plenty that are like that. So we are still waiting on that Pfizer drug that is supposed to be even better than this one, that is supposed to have fewer side effects than this particular one. Supposedly, not sure yet. That needs to go through the advisory committees and stuff. But yeah, I think a lot of people, if they got sick, and that's a lot of people also think, look, I might not get COVID, so taking a vaccine for something I may never get is kind of one thing. But if I do get it, then
now you've got it, right.
Right. I'll take a medication for it. But, like Dr. Fauci said, as we're mentioning here, the signs coming out of South Africa right now with Omicron, so far good, but we haven't really seen it spread amongst the older groups of people yet. So it's really too soon to say. Yeah. But so far it looks mild, and it looks like, no one's been hospitalized yet for it. So fingers crossed.
That would be nice.
Right?
That would be nice. Yes, indeed.
Until there's another mutation and,
yeah, and then life. Indeed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We'll leave it there, and we will have more Rising right after this.